Hello YouTube family. We're in Yovheliym 5, which is also called Jubilees. And it came to pass when the children of men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the angels of Elohim saw them on a certain year of this Jubilee, that they were beautiful to look upon, and they took themselves women of all whom they chose, and they bore unto them sons, and they were Nephilim. And iniquity increased on the earth, and all flesh corrupted its way. Alike men and cattle and beasts and birds and everything that walks on the earth, all of them corrupted their ways and their orders, and they began to devour each other. And iniquity increased on the earth, and every imagination of the thoughts of all men was thus evil continually. And Elohim looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, and all flesh had corrupted its order, and all that were upon the earth had wrought all manner of evil before his eyes. And he said that he would destroy man and all flesh upon the face of the earth which he had created. But Noah found grace before the eyes of YAHUAH. And against the angels whom he had sent upon the earth, he was exceedingly wroth, and he gave commandment to root them out of all their dominion. And he bade us to bind them in the depths of the earth, and behold, they are bound in the midst of them, and are kept separate. And against their sons went forth a command from before his face, that they should be smitten with the sword, and be removed from under heaven. And he said, My Ruach shall not always abide on man, for they also are flesh, and the days shall be 120 years. And he sent his sword into their midst, that each should slay his neighbor. And they began to slay each other, till they all fell by the sword, and were destroyed from the earth. And their fathers were witnesses of their destruction. And after this they were bound in the depths of the earth forever, until the day of the great condemnation, when judgment is executed on all those who have corrupted their ways and their works before YAHUAH. And he destroyed all from their places, and there was not left one of them whom he judged not according to all their wickedness. And he made for all his works a new and righteous nature, so that they should not sin in the whole nature forever, but should be all righteous, each in his kind always. And the judgment of all is ordained and written on the heavenly tablets in righteousness, even the judgment of all who depart from the path which is ordained for them to walk in. And if they walk not therein, judgment is written down for every creature and for every kind. And there is nothing in heaven, or on earth, or in light, or in darkness, or in Sheol, or in the depth, or in the place of darkness, which is not judged. And now the judgments are ordained and written and engraved. In regard to all, he will judge the great according to his greatness, and the small according to his smallness, and each according to his way. And he is not one who regard the person of any, nor is he one who receives gifts. If he says that he will execute judgment on each, if one gave everything that is on the earth, he will not regard the gifts or the person of any, nor accept anything at his hands, for he is a righteous judge. And of the children of YASHAR'AL it has been written and ordained, if they turn to him in righteousness, he will forgive all their transgressions and pardon all their sins. It is written and ordained that he will show mercy to all who turn from all their guilt once each year. And as for all those who corrupted their ways and their thoughts before this flood, no man's person was accepted, save that of Noah alone, for his person was accepted on behalf of his sons, whom Elohim saved from the waters of the flood on his account, for his heart was righteous in all his ways, according as it was commanded regarding him, and he had not departed from aught that was ordained for him. And YAHUAH said that he would destroy everything which was upon the earth, both men and cattle and beasts and fowls of the air, and that's what moves on the earth. And he commanded Noah to make him an ark, that he might save himself and the waters of the flood. And Noah made the ark in all respects as he commanded him. In the 27th Jubilee of years, in the 5th week, in the 5th year of the new moon of the 1st month. And he entered in the 6th year thereof in the 2nd month, on the new moon on the 2nd month, to the 16th, and he entered, and all that we brought to him into the ark, and Yahuwah closed it from without on the 17th evening. And Yahuwah opened the 7 floodgates of heaven, and the mouths of the fountains, and of great deep, 7 mouths in number. And the floodgates began to pour down water from heaven 40 days and 40 nights. And the fountains of the deep also sent up waters, until the whole world was full of water. And the waters increased upon the earth. 15 cubits did the waters rise above all the high mountains, and the ark was lifted up above the earth, and it moved upon the face of the waters. And the water prevailed on the face of the earth 5 months, 150 days. And the ark went and rested on the top of Lubah, one of the mountains of Arat. And on the new moon in the 4th month, the fountains of the great deep were closed, and the floodgates of heaven were restrained. And on the new moon of the 7th month, all the mouths of the abyss and the earth were opened, and the water began to descend into the deep below. And on the new moon in the 10th month, the tops of the mountains were seen. And on the new moon in the 1st month, the earth became visible, and the waters disappeared from above the earth in the 5th week, in the 7th year thereof. And on the 17th day in the 2nd month, the earth was dry. And on the 27th thereof, he opened the ark, and sent forth from it beasts and cattle and birds and every moving thing. That is the reading of Yovheliym 5 in its entirety. Hallelujah. Which is also called Jubilees, which is part of the APOCRYPHA that was withheld from the King James Version, inspired by Yahuwah. Hallelujah.